You're staring at the glowing screen of your phone in a dark room. The notification drops. $800,000. Cleared. It's not a lottery ticket. It's not an inheritance from a dead relative. It's Wall Street's money. And you just legally siphoned it directly into your own checking account. You are smiling. You've beaten the game. But let's hit pause. Let's violently rewind the tape. Because 6 months ago, you weren't untouchable. You were bleeding out. You're sitting in a suffocating gray, 6x6 cubicle in downtown Chicago. The fluorescent lights above you are buzzing like a trapped wasp. You pull up your personal bank account on your phone, hiding it under your desk. It's deep in the red. A mountain of final notice student loan bills sits next to your cold coffee. You owe 80 grand for a piece of paper. That bought you a chair you don't even own. You are drowning. Society told you the American dream is simple. Work hard. Save your pennies. Put your money in the market. So you try. You scrape together $500 miserable. You open a retail brokerage account. You think you're a day trader now. You pull up the charts on your lunch break. You see a stock moving up. You buy in, feeling the rush of adrenaline. You think you're going to make rent this week. But you aren't trading against other humans. You are trading against billion-dollar supercomputers. High-frequency trading algorithms parked right next to the exchange in New Jersey. Before you can even blink, the algorithms see your tiny, pathetic order. They front-run you. They dump the stock. You watch the green candle turn into a massive red spike. Your screen flashes red. Liquidated. Your $500 is gone. Evaporated into the pockets of a billionaire who is currently sleeping on a yacht. You slam your fist on the desk. Your boss looks over the cubicle wall, annoyed. You apologize, shrinking back into your chair. You feel sick to your stomach. You realize the terrifying truth. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. The American dream is a rigged casino. They want you to play with your own money. They want you to risk your own pathetic savings. Because you are the liquidity. You are the easy money. The game is mathematically designed to bleed the middle class dry. You stare at your reflection in the black screen of your monitor. You see a loser. But then, something snaps inside you. You refuse to be the victim anymore. If the casino is rigged, you stop playing the slots. You decide to become the house. You start digging into the deep, dark corners of the internet. You stay up until 3 in the morning, your eyes burning. You are reading forums, decoding financial documents, looking for the backdoor. You know there has to be a way to trade without risking the little money you have left. You realize that Wall Street has a problem. They have infinite money, but they lack hungry, ruthless operators. That's when you stumble upon the cheat code. You find a shadow industry. A system that hands out capital to anyone who can prove they know how to survive. You close all your retail trading tabs. You take a deep breath. You are about to step out of the matrix and into the real game. You are going to trade their money, and you are going to keep the profits. You delete your retail broker app from your phone. You are completely done fighting Wall Street's algorithms. If you can't beat the casino, you have to become the house. You plunge into the dark web of high finance. You find a whisper on a restricted forum. A shadow industry. They are called proprietary trading firms. Prop firms. You realize the institutional elite have a massive vulnerability. They have billions of dollars sitting in offshore vaults. But cash doesn't multiply itself. And algorithms can only go so far before market chaos breaks them. Hedge funds need ruthless, street-level human operators. They need financial mercenaries. They don't care about your Ivy League degree. They don't care about your pathetic credit score. They only care if you can hunt. You find the Gatekeeper website. It's a digital evaluation. A brutal test of pure risk management. For $300, you buy a ticket to the big leagues. You wire your last few dollars to a faceless corporation. Your screen loads a simulated trading environment. The rules are brutally simple, designed to make you fail. Hit a 10% profit target. Don't lose more than 5% in a single day. If you fail, they take your $300 and kick you out into the street. But if you pass, if you prove you have ice in your veins, you lock yourself in your apartment for 30 days. You tape newspaper over the windows to block out the sun. You survive on cold coffee and sheer paranoia. You map the market structure. You track the institutional footprints. You see the invisible traps they set for the retail traders. And you start betting with the machines, not against them. You take a sniper's approach. No more gambling. You wait in the shadows for the perfect setup. You execute the trade with zero hesitation. You watch the simulated profit climb on your screen. On day 30, the screen freezes entirely. An email lands in your inbox. Evaluation passed. You hold your breath as a new login credential appears. You copy the password. You open the live server. You log in. The balance doesn't say $500 anymore. It says $10 million. $10 million of Wall Street's money. Ready for you to deploy into the market at the click of a button. And here is the ultimate cheat code. If the market crashes tomorrow and burns their $10 million, you owe them absolutely nothing. The firm eats the entire loss. Your personal risk is zero. But when you win, when you pull $100,000 out of the market, you keep 80% of the profit. They just handed you the ultimate asymmetric bet. Infinite upside. Capped downside. You aren't playing the slots anymore. You just bought the casino. It's Tuesday morning, and the opening bell rings like an alarm. The financial news channels are screaming pure panic. The Nasdaq is bleeding out, dropping faster than a lead weight. Retail traders are frantically liquidating their entire life savings. You watch them panic sell from the comfort of your desk. But you aren't sweating a single drop. You are waiting like a predator in the tall grass. You see the perfect structural breakdown forming in the chaos. You don't step in to buy the dip. You decide to short the entire market. You press the button and drop the absolute hammer. You are betting millions of Wall Street's money that things are about to get much worse. For 3 agonizing hours, you watch the charts violently cascade downwards. Every time the market drops a point, your account balances surge upward. You aren't just making money, you are extracting it from the chaos. At noon, you close the position with a single click. The dust settles, and you look at your dashboard. $150,000. Pure profit. Generated in the time it takes most people to finish their morning meetings. Your heart is pounding against your ribs like a jackhammer. You want to scream, to celebrate, to wire it straight to your personal bank account. But then, a dark shadow creeps into your peripheral vision. You remember the ultimate apex predator of the American financial system. The Internal Revenue Service. If that $150,000 hits your personal checking account today, the IRS will absolutely slaughter you with short-term capital gains taxes. They will rip 40% of your hard-earned blood money right out of your hands. They will take your massive victory and slice it completely in half. You stare at the screen, your anger bubbling up all over again. You refuse to let the government steal the money you just hunted. So, you don't take the money personally. Not a single dime of it. Instead, you decide to build an impenetrable corporate fortress. You open a new tab and start filling out legal paperwork. You don't use your home address or your own name. You pay a registered agent to set up a faceless Delaware LLC. A ghost company that exists only on paper in a filing cabinet. This LLC becomes your ultimate shield against the taxman. You route the massive, 6-figure cash flow directly into a corporate business account. You aren't John Doe anymore. You are the CEO of a private financial entity. And the beautiful thing about a corporate entity? Everything is a business expense. You don't pay rent. Your LLC leases a Miami penthouse as its corporate headquarters. You don't buy a personal computer. Your company invests in high-frequency trading servers. You live your entire high-end lifestyle completely behind the corporate veil. You are writing off every single luxury as a necessary operational cost. The IRS can't touch the money, because legally, you don't own any of it. Your company owns it, and you just happen to control the company. But you aren't done yet. You are ready to pour gasoline on the fire. Managing one $10 million account was just the training wheels. You reach back into the shadow industry and buy 5 more prop firm evaluations. You pass every single one of them with ruthless, mechanical precision. Now, you have $50 million of institutional liquidity at your fingertips. But you don't have enough hands to trade 5 accounts at once. So, you deploy the ultimate piece of scaling technology. You install a master trade copier algorithm onto your corporate servers. You link all 5 funded prop firm accounts to one single master terminal. Now, when you click buy or sell on your main screen, the software instantaneously duplicates that exact trade across all 5 accounts. You are multiplying your leverage by a factor of 5 with zero extra effort. If you make $10,000 on a trade, the copier turns it into $50,000. You sit back in your leather chair and look at your empire. You have fully automated the extraction of wealth from the financial markets. You are no longer just a guy trading in a darkroom. You are a one-man, multi-million-dollar hedge fund. Completely untraceable, completely scaled, and utterly untouchable. It is 2 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and the global financial machine is completely paralyzed. You are sitting in your high-tech command center, knuckles white, waiting for the Federal Reserve interest rate announcement. This is the one day of the month where algorithms break and retail traders get absolutely slaughtered. But you aren't retail anymore. You control $50 million of institutional liquidity across 5 corporate accounts. The Federal Reserve Chairman steps up to the podium on your live news feed. He opens his mouth, mutters one single hawkish sentence about inflation, and the market instantly detonates. You see the S&P 500 violently rip upwards in a massive fake-out liquidity grab. Amateurs are blindly smashing the buy button, thinking it's a bull run. But you see the structural weakness. You know it's a trap set by the big banks. You don't flinch. You wait for the exact millisecond the momentum shifts. And then, you drop the ultimate hammer. You smash the sell button. Your master trade copier duplicates the order instantly. $50 million short. You are betting a fortune that the entire American economy is about to bleed. For 2 terrifying seconds, the market hovers in mid-air. Then, the floor completely falls out. Absolute, unadulterated capitulation. A massive red waterfall cascades down your monitors. Your profit and loss column doesn't just climb, it explodes into the stratosphere. 100 grand. 400 grand. 700 grand. In less than 4 minutes, you cross the 7-figure mark. You just made $1 million of pure profit in a single trade. You hit close all. The positions lock. The money is secured. You lean back in your chair laughing. You are a financial god. You pull up the prop firm dashboard to request your massive payout. You click the withdraw button. You expect to see the confirmation screen. Instead, a spinning loading wheel appears. It spins for 10 agonizing seconds. Then, the screen flashes blood red. A bold, terrifying error message pops up, account under investigation. Your heart drops into your stomach. You refresh the page. Error, toxic order flow detected. The prop firm's risk desk is in absolute panic mode. They realize a single retail operator just pulled $1 million out of their institutional liquidity. They don't want to pay you. They want to screw you. They instantly freeze your entire $10 million in buying power. They lock your 7-figure payout. They cut your data feeds. They are accusing you of algorithmic manipulation and terms of service violations. You reach for your phone to call your ruthless corporate lawyers. But before you can hit send, your phone vibrates with a new email. It's from your registered agent in Delaware. Marked, urgent, certified mail. You open the attachment. Your blood runs completely cold. It has the terrifying, unmistakable letterhead of the United States Treasury. The Internal Revenue Service. It's a formal notice of a comprehensive corporate audit. They want to see every ledger, every wire transfer, every hidden shell company. It is a perfectly coordinated strike. Wall Street froze your massive windfall, and the government arrived to seize the rest. You realize the system caught on. You found the backdoor to elite wealth. And they are violently slamming it shut on your fingers. They want to strip you of your LLC, your penthouse, your freedom. They want to crush you back down to the middle class. They want to stuff you back into that suffocating gray cubicle in Chicago. The walls of your office literally begin to close in around you. You are trapped in a standoff with the 2 most powerful entities on Earth. The prop firm on one side. The IRS on the other. Your heart beats erratically. The stress is lethal. You reach out to hit the keyboard one last time. And then, the power is cut. Your 5 massive monitors die instantly. The screen goes completely pitch black. You sit in the pitch black. The silence is deafening. The system expects you to break. They expect you to cry, to beg, to fold like a cheap suit. But in the darkness, your face reflects a single glowing light. And you smile. A cold, ruthless, calculated smile. Because you aren't a retail amateur anymore. You don't panic. You execute the contingency plan. First, the IRS. The ultimate boogeyman of the American middle class. You don't even open the Treasury letter yourself. You scan the notice and forward it directly to your corporate CPA. A guy who costs $1,000 an hour and speaks fluent tax code. The IRS auditor opens your file, expecting an easy kill. Instead, they slam face first into a titanium wall. Your Delaware LLC doesn't legally own any liquid assets. Everything is perfectly classified as an operating expense. The servers. The data feeds. The penthouse. All of it is entirely shielded behind an impenetrable corporate veil. The auditor spends 3 weeks trying to find a single crack. But the accounting is ironclad. It is bulletproof. They are forced to close the investigation with 0 penalties. The government bounces right off your fortress. Now for the prop firm. The real enemies. The risk desk thought they could freeze your money and starve you out. They thought you were just another broke kid who would accept defeat. You dial a number in New York City. You unleash a team of shark suit corporate litigators. You don't ask for your money. You demand it. Your lawyers send a single, devastating breach of contract notice. You attach the exact, completely legal logs of your algorithmic trades, proving that you didn't manipulate their toxic feeds. You just outsmarted them. Fair and square. You threaten to take their internal liquidity crisis public. You threaten to expose that they can't afford to pay successful traders. The prop firm's CEO panics. They know a massive lawsuit will destroy their entire business model. But here is the ultimate twist. The true checkmate. Because you scaled up and diversified across 5 different firms, you didn't even need this specific firm's capital to survive. While they froze your first account, the other 4 were still printing cash. Your master trade copier kept routing winning trades to the backups. You created a decentralized, completely redundant wealth machine. The risk desk realizes they have absolute 0 leverage over you. You are a hydra. They cut off one head, for more keep eating. 2 days later, your phone buzzes. The prop firm surrenders. They unfreeze your dashboard. They release the hold. You see the wire transfer initiated screen. $1 million. Routed straight into your corporate Delaware account. Completely untouched by the IRS. Completely cleared by Wall Street. You did it. You beat the rigged casino using their own chips. You slowly close your laptop with a satisfying snap. You stand up and walk away from the screens. You step out onto a massive sun-drenched balcony in Miami. The warm ocean breeze hits your face. You look out over the glittering city below. You don't have a boss. You don't have student debt. You are no longer the liquidity. You are the house. You take a slow sip of your drink. Untouchable. The system doesn't want you to know these cheat codes. They want you to go back to sleep and keep playing their rigged game. But if you're ready to step behind the corporate curtain, hit the like button to fund the operation. Share this with someone who is tired of being the liquidity. And smash subscribe to join the ultimate shadow network. Welcome to the POV of Money. Stay untouchable.